A mistrial declared in Phoenix, Arizona. But make no mistake, a mistrial doesn't mean we're going at this again, because the law in that state is that a hung jury the second time around means it's over. Life in prison, it's automatic. We have two expert voices on this. Our senior legal analyst, Jeffrey Toobin, is with me live. Nancy Grace, host of Nancy Grace on HLN at 8 o'clock weeknights, also here. First, Jeffrey Toobin, to you. 6 years from the crime to this final result. Do you think this has anything to do with the prevailing wisdom about the death penalty in Arizona and elsewhere, if it took two juries to finally get to no decision?
Well, this was a tough case on the death penalty. It wasn't a tough case on guilt, and it was quite obvious that Jodi Arias was guilty, but I think it was a very questionable decision on the part of the prosecution to go back a second time for another very expensive trial on the death penalty to receive precisely the same result, a hung jury. And now, as you point out, under Arizona law, she cannot be retried a third time on the death penalty. This was a life in prison case all along, it seemed to me, and now that's the result.
Okay, Nancy Grace, I want to bring you in. There's some reporting from USA Today. Some reporters in the courtroom said that Travis Alexander's family, that is her victim, who was so badly butchered to death, the family was leaving the courtroom and apparently walked by the media saying, quote, "The real justice will be in the afterlife when Jodi burns in hell." This family has been through hell. Will this be any kind of resolution for them, Nancy?
Well, I think today, in just the last moments, Ashley, the announcement came down that the jury was hung. You could have heard a pin drop in that courtroom, and immediately you could hear it building, the gasps from the victim's family on the front row. They immediately bent over double in their seats, physically bent over, and began crying out in pain. And I always find it very interesting when pundits say, well, this cost a lot of money and it wasn't really a good decision. It's like they're buying a car or they're making some kind of investment in their Fidelity fund. Well, you know what? Violent crime is not like that. We are talking about people's lives. We are talking about a family who lost Travis Alexander. Now, when you're defending someone, those very same pundits, no expense in defending someone. But what I want to say right now is this family has been through hell, and their hell is not over yet because the sentencing is not complete. That's set to go down April 13. When the jury left the courtroom, Ashley, many of them walked by the Alexander family and actually gave them a sympathetic, like, "I'm sorry, look." And the family rushed out. They couldn't stand it one more minute to be in that courtroom. So it was quite a scene in the courtroom just moments ago.
Yeah,
So
Ashley,
Jeffrey,
can I jump in
go ahead,
right here?
Jeffrey, go.
You know what? Executing people is not the only form of justice in this country. In fact, it is a largely discredited form of justice in this country, Nancy. And a lot of people on the left, on the right, the death penalty is in great decline in this country because so many innocent people have been on death row, because so many inappropriate sentences have been reached. So the idea that there is injustice because Jodi Arias is not going to be stuffed into a gas chamber or put in a lethal injection is not necessarily the case, and it indicates no insensitivity to the victims who have suffered horribly in this case, that she will not be executed.
Nancy, you want to
respond? Is that a question? I mean, I don't even know what that was. I'm happy to hear your opinion. But what I'm saying is today, there's a hung jury. What we're hearing in the courtroom is that the split was 10 to 2 for the death penalty. I think that ultimately, Arias is going to spend her life behind bars. I expect the judge to do this, to sentence her to life without the possibility of parole. When she was telling the last jury why she should not get the death penalty, she said she intended to donate all of her hair to Locks of Love, and that is why her life should be spared. That in comparison to Travis Alexander, who was in the shower and had his head jerked back by Jodi Arias by his hair, stabbed 29 times and stabbed from ear to ear, and then shot and then in court accused of all type of crimes he didn't commit, to further drag him through the mud. That's what I lived through. I was in the courtroom. I saw what happened. I saw the crime scene photos. I know how he stumbled to the bathroom mirror, Ashley, in death. And I know that from the forensic, the blood dripping from his face onto the bathroom counter. He looked in the mirror and he saw himself dying. He saw himself dying before he fell on the floor and was dragged back to the shower to hide his body. That's what I remember about the case.
Can I ask, you know, and I just can't remember the statute, the Arizona statute, when it comes to this automatic sentence once there's a double hung jury. And that is, isn't it automatically life without the possibility of parole, the LWOP option? Or is there some shot down the road somewhere that she could get out, Nancy?
I think there's the possibility that she can get out. And, you know, it depends on the law as well. Because if you'll remember, for instance, back in the times of Manson, people could get the death penalty. Then it was determined to be cruel and inhumane in our country. All those death penalty sentences were reversed. So, I mean, there's constant upheaval in the area of law of death penalty proceedings.
Yeah,
but I'll go out on a limb and say she's going to do life behind bars.
I think that's what a lot of people hope for. Quickly, Jeff, I'm down to 10 seconds.
She's not going anywhere. She shouldn't go anywhere, and it's a very just resolution of this case.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say she is just a terrible person. I spent that time covering that case as well, and she's one of the worst of the worst. Nancy, great to see you. Thank you so much. Jeff, always great to see you both. Do appreciate it.